seconds remaining.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are here for game number 3 between Team Empire Hope and Godsent GG. It is MLP Dota, and unfortunately, John has had to leave, but that's okay. We're back. It looks like the audio is running. There's not too many ads playing this time around. We may get through the whole draft in game 3, which would be fantastic, really, as we do see the bans coming out between both two teams. Enchantress Chen coming out from Team Empire. Godsent, they do get rid of the Bat Rider, Timbersaw, and the Slaughter. Because Empire do have one more ban to go before we get to see what they're going to pick into.
10 seconds remaining.
And my main question here is anyone going to ban this Ricky?
5 seconds remaining.
Because it feels like whichever team gets the Ricky is probably just going to win the game, based off the last 2 games. I think Empire may actually be thinking about it. They'll get rid of the Oracle, which is pretty interesting. Not a hero you see so often in this meta, but they get rid of it. We'll see what their game plan is with that ban. Still Godsent. First pick for them. They have the Snapfire if they want it, but they'll go into the Nyx Assassin again. We saw this last game. They first picked the Nyx, and it didn't really work out. It felt like there was absolutely zero impact from this Nyx Assassin. Empire just kind of ran over the side of Godsent. So I'm kind of shocked that they even went back to this pickup. I'm sure the draft will be very different though from Godsent this time around.
5 seconds remaining.
I doubt they'll make the same mistakes. Guess only time will tell, as Empire now with their first pickup, they start using some reserve time. And they'll go straight for the Snapfire. Just seems like a very obvious pick to make. The thing is, again, the Snapfire doesn't like going into the Nyx Assassin. The Nyx does easily just burst her down. It's very easy for the Nyx Assassin to just sneak in with Vendetta, cancel off the Mortimer's Kisses channel, if he can get there, but we saw last game, like, it just never amounted to that. The Snapfire was just always in a great position, and it felt like the Nyx just never could get close. See if they can change it this game. I'm just wondering what they combo with the Nyx this time around. Last game we saw the Nature's Prophet. Really just led to nothing. What else could they run though? We'll find out soon. Empire. They have a second pick to make though, and they've gone to that reserve time again. Whoa! I can hear myself in the background. Where is that coming from? Alright, now I can't hear myself.
Dire team pick.
Doom. That'll be the pickup. Alright. It's a pretty strong hero in this meta nonetheless. Like, it can be run in the mid lane, it can be run in the off lane and the safe lane. Overall, just very annoying to have to go up against. Of course, Doom is just always a fantastic ability to have. And Godsent, I mean, they pick up the puck. That's a puck into the Doom, though. Puck, generally speaking, doesn't like going up against Doom, unless they're running a support puck, but I don't believe it will be.
Dire team ban.
Still, perhaps the idea is the Godsent will give them way too many options as to who you have to Doom. And maybe Empire won't prioritize this puck as the Doom target.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Fifth ban to come out for Godsent. They got rid of the TA as that 4th ban, and now they'll ban the Ricky, and I like seeing this. Because that Ricky, if it was given to Empire again, I can only imagine what was going to happen. This time around, though, neither side will have the option for that Ricky Maru. And Empire now, one last ban for them before we get to see how these drafts are going to go.
10 seconds remaining.
Both teams just seem to be focusing on getting rid of those position ones right now
5
as
seconds remaining.
Empire. What else do you not want to play against?
Radiant team
It
pick.
looks like they'll get rid of the Razor. That does kind of indicate something like a Lifestealer or a Troll Warlord coming out here for Empire. Both of which are very popular in this meta right now. Yeah, there's the Lifestealer coming out. Fairly obvious pick once that Razor got banned. And overall, into the Nyx Assassin, into the Puck. There's really nothing they can do about this this Lifestealer. Rage is just such an overpowered ability. Like, having a free BKB just inbuilt into your hero seems like a pretty average kind of ability, but it is pretty darn
5
potent.
seconds remaining.
It's Godsent now. Third pick for them. Plenty of reserve time to go. They can think about this for a while. But generally speaking, when you do see the Lifestealer, usually you'll see the other team go into a Troll Warlord or something like that that just does well up against that LS. Could also go a bit left field and go for a Phantom Assassin if you really want to. Don't know if I'd recommend it, but definitely a possibility here for Godsent. But for now, they'll pick up the AA. I don't mind seeing the AA come out. Like, you do still have sort of a global combination with that Nyx Assassin now. As long as he can get the Vendetta into the Impale, the Ice Blast, if it's timed correctly, will land and it will more than likely lead to a kill. It also works very well with the Puck. Of course, Dream Call into Ice Blast is just fantastic in a team fight. I gotta say, the AA doesn't do so well up against the Lifestealer. Like, Rage will come out, suddenly the Ice Blast means nothing. I can't really say I love this pick from the side of Godsent. Certainly does offer them a bit more team fight though, that's for sure. Does work well against the Doom as well. You don't allow him to just heal up throughout those team fights as he can. Empire. Minute reserve time left now. Gonna let it tick down quite a bit here for this fourth pick.
Dire team pick.
Okay, so the Beastmaster comes out. Now this is interesting. So position 4 Doom, is that what we're seeing here? Obviously we understand the Snapfire's support, but it's the Doom support coming out from Empire. I mean, it feels like I haven't seen that in quite a while. It obviously can still work quite well because of Devour and how that works, but even then it feels a little bit too greedy here from Empire. I don't mind the Beastmaster though. I mean, just having Roar up against Puck is amazing, quite frankly. Also allows the Doom to pick another target to get the Doom off on, instead of going for that Puck. Of course, if he does go for the Necro 3 book, we'll have the True Sight for the Nyx Assassin Vendetta, so there's that as well. I just get a little bit concerned about that Doom. If it is going to be run as a support, not really sure how I feel about that. I'm not saying it can't work, it just feels way too greedy in this lineup. That being said though, if he gets the space and finds that farm, he can easily just transition into another core. But Godsent, a nice pickup here. They go into the PL, obviously a direct counter towards that Lifestealer. But not only that, they don't have any counters towards that PL, apart from maybe the Snapfire. But you're really relying on those Mortimer's Kisses to get rid of all those illusions that'll be popping out from the PL. So I like what I'm seeing here from Godsent. Nice little draft, not too hard to execute. They've just got to buy enough space for that PL to get that farm up though. It does tend to take a little bit of time. Phantom Lancer really isn't a flash farmer whatsoever. suppose we'll have to see how they round this off, as we do have one more ban for either side before we get to see how these drafts finish.
Dire team ban.
LC being the ban out there from Empire. Are we seeing something like a Tinker come? I mean, is this really a support Doom? It seems like Empire still needs a mid hero based off that ban, because the LC gets banned out. That kind of tells me they either want a Storm, a Tinker, someone who doesn't like being caught.
10 seconds remaining.
In fact, it would be I wouldn't say Tinker, but a Storm would not be so bad. Like, you're still going into that Nyx Assassin, which isn't great, but if they really wanted to have another mid core, I wouldn't mind seeing the Storm up against the PL. Storm doesn't mind the AA puck either. Especially with the vision that the Beastmaster can give you with the Hawk, it's very easy to just zip in onto some unsuspecting victim, have a Lifestealer invested in you, and just pick up a very easy kill. Godsent, they'll go ahead and ban out the SF now, and this will be the final pickup for them. You'd assume the puck's going to be mid, but they could run it in the off. Looks like that's maybe what they're planning here.
10 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Okay, so they'll get the Centaur off lane, they'll run the puck mid. Fairly standard draft here from Godsent. Not too hard to execute, it does just kind of come together. I could say the same for Empire as well, with their own draft. It's just going to be based off this last pick they make now. And I'm still kind of sticking with that Storm pickup.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Not much time left though, 15 seconds here for that last pick. Make that 10. Empire, what are you guys thinking about? Oh, okay, so they go for the DK now. The interesting thing about the DK is he doesn't really care too much about PL. Like, sure, the Phantom Lance is going to get Diffusal Blade, drain all his mana. But after you've drained that mana, you deal no damage to the Dragon Knight. Like, his armor value is so high that the PL just does nothing after all the mana's gone. Of course, there is the AA, who does have Ice Blast, and the DK doesn't like taking an Ice Blast to the face. But assuming he avoids the Ice Blast or has a BKB available at that point, I don't really think this Dragon Knight's going to care at all for what Godsent has to throw at him. Like, it looks like he's just going to have a free game. I guess only time will tell. Of course, I did mention before, I think Team Empire, their draft is a little bit greedy here with that support Doom. See if Godsent can buy Arrow the space on the PL to get that farm up early enough. So again, it does take time. I dare say it takes more time than it will for Tarake to get that farm up on the Lifestealer. You don't need too much to be effective on the LS. You just basically Maelstrom into whatever else. Right now it's Halberd that we're seeing a lot. May not go for it this game up against the PL, but it is still valuable. We'll get into it. Game number 3 between these two teams. Because both games were essentially stomps. Can't really lie about that. I mean, both games were just flat out wins for either side. They weren't even close. We'll see if Game 3 is going to be a little bit closer. Just based off these drafts though, it looks like it should be. As long as neither side gets too big of a net worth lead. Looks like this game could be a lot closer than the other two have been. As you can see, a nice observer ward being placed there by the puck early on.
What is this? A game of some sort?
Yes, it is.
Such simple minds. We come for you.
Always good to see both teams in high spirits before the game 3 starts.
30 seconds to battle.
So it looks like Empire, according to the odds, are not the favorites here. It looks like Godsent are going to be the favorites going into this game. Going to be a 2-for-2 bounty trade. Fairly normal start between these two teams. Of course, I should mention that the winner of this match now will go straight through to the upper bracket finals. If they can win that, they will qualify straight through to the tournament. Bot lane though, Ignat falling very, very low on that Snapfire. It's a Godsent. They're actually opting to run a tri-lane here at the bot lane. They're going to try and apply as much pressure as possible on this lifestealer. Meanwhile, the top lane is still being run as a dual lane from Empire. Godsent are just keeping the scent up there by himself.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Well, as I say that, a Radiant Courier going down, Ignat, he'll lose it to the Nyx Assassin. I wonder, do Godsent just keep this up? It looks like they will. Ignat, he's going to be chased down now on the Snapfire. And that is a very fast Nyx Assassin. He does look to have brown boots already. And Ignat surely just goes down though. No. He'll turn around. He won't bother chasing into the tier 2 tower, of course. It is a very early time to try and do that. Bot lane, they are going after the lifestealer, and Era does end up finding that first blood onto Tadake. And Empire, how do you respond here? I mean, Godsent, they're not going to remove this tri-lane. Looks like James, he'll run his way down to the bot lane to try and help out. But this is where that Doom pick just confuses me. What's the Doom going to do in this lane? Like, Doom's not the first hero you think about when you think of tri-lane. It just seems way too greedy. Mastery, meanwhile, at the top lane, he's not going to have a great old time up against this Centaur. Like, Retaliate is going to be a hell of a skill to have to go up against by yourself in lane as a Beastmaster. Okay, see it. Trying to trade some harass with Ignat. So the Nyx Assassin was looping around though. Lightness. A bit of harass. He'll be fine. Okay, see you now. Going to be chased down by James, but Era, he'll just turn around on the PL straight after Ignat. They really want the Snapfire kill, and it looks like they should be able to find them. No! They missed the Impale! And Era now just going to have to run away slowly as James continues to whack away with that huge sword that he has. Bit of a shame there for Godsent. It seemed like a very, very easy kill, but simple miss on the Impale cost them. Still, though, they do manage to find James's courier now on the Doom, so I guess he has somewhat redeemed himself. Meanwhile, looking back to that mid lane, I mean, the DK not really struggling up against this puck. They will rotate in the Nyx Assassin now. He's going to land that Impale, though. Doesn't go for the first one, he's just waiting around. Goes for the block instead. Lightless still running away and around, and now the Impale does land. But they don't really have the damage output. They do have Orb available. Lightless, he's still sticking around and does go down. I'm quite shocked he actually turned around for that last hit. Yeah, I guess he just assumed the puck didn't have mana. Does go down in the end. It's going to be a 0-2 for Godsent so far. As Era now going to find Ignat once again. It looks like both teams have just completely switched up the lanes.
Radiant's courier has been
Tadake
killed.
finds himself up at the top lane and finds himself surrounded as well. Impale will land onto Ignat. He really has nowhere to go here but down, and that's exactly where he does go. Boogie will pick up the kill on the Centaur. And this is supposed to be a position 3 Centaur, but now they're running it in the tri lane. And instead, there's an offlane AA on the side of Godsent. As Wish gonna get caught out now by James. I say caught out, he just cops a few illusion hits and will back out. Boogie is actually just gonna jungle on the Centaur, so they're gonna give completely free space to this AA. He's gonna be able to soak up some XP, get some decent farm. Not the easiest lane up against Mastery on that Beastmaster. In fact, they're going to try and punish here. But OKC, he'll just go straight for the TP and we'll make it out. In fact, he'll go up to the top lane where he'll get back to supporting Era instead of just trying to farm as a core AA. And that'll allow the Centaur TP back home. Rather back to the bot lane. Still 0-3 now, 5-minute mark coming up. Godsent trying to set up for those bounties. They'll find 2 for now. Looks like Empire will manage to find the other 2 across the map. Looks like Empire are planning to try and play this slow and steady with this draft. In all fairness, like if they do get to that mid to late game, they essentially have 5 cores, if you really think about it. Like the Snapfire, sure she's a support, but with the ability she has, give her a few core items and suddenly he's a huge issue. As mid lane, they'll go on the DK again, but Lightless, he's just so darn tanky. Orb does not connect, and that basically means there's no way you're in hell you're finding that kill. Lightless, he'll just salve up again. Godsent, they do have a 2k net worth lead now at 6 minutes. Lightless trying to chase Wish. Scatterblast does connect. They find the kill. Now Cookie, it does end up landing. Do they have a follow-up? Yep, they'll have the stun. James comes in with the Infernal Blade, and this Nyx Assassin can try and run away, but not going to end up well for him as they do find a secondary kill in that mid lane. I mean, Godsent, I mean, they've just been trying to get this DK over and over again. At this point, though, there's just no chance of killing him off. Taruke, though, that's certainly a target you could go for, but not while James is around with Ignite on the Snapfire. But Taruke gonna move back in. They're gonna go after OKC. Range is gonna be there, but it may not be enough as the chase is there in error. He picks up the kill. Now he'll go after Ignite on that Snapfire. Should be able to find this one as well as the Lance does fly out. Ignite falling so darn low, but no, they'll give up the chase. They'll leave it to the Nyx Assassin instead, who does pick up the kill. But now James should be able to find a return kill and does do so. But Era's not gonna mind that. It's finding plenty of farm, plenty of kills on this PL. Not to mention, they almost ended up getting the lifestealer. Godsent
is under attack.
Feels like they've got to keep applying as much pressure as possible, and that's exactly what Era is doing.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
He's really starting to outfarm Taruke as well on that Nyx Assassin. 26 last hits, 5 denies for this Nyx, excuse me, not the Nyx Assassin, the Nyx, or rather the Lifestealer. Of course, the PL though, 43 and 20. It's a hell of a lot of denies in this PL.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It looks like we'll see a rotation coming out from the Centaur now. Lightless won't get that Invis Rune. It will be denied off by the AA. With that Centaur rotating in, this could be a nice easy kill attempt as they do get the Dream Core. Now with the silence, Boogie will run in. Does use the double edge but gets stunned up by the DK. Now the rotations are coming in. Hoofstop was there though and they do find the kill. The Impale doesn't really land on James, who will turn around with that Infernal Blade going after the Centaur. Man, I feel like I can see the whole map right now. We are so zoomed out that everyone will get out. Boogie, he'll return back to that bot lane. We'll say hello to Mastery. Mastery actually already has the Necro 1 book as well. Nice impel coming out from the Nyx. Mastery very fires up, gonna try and run away. In fact, he may get away as well as the stun does come in from Lightless. Still though, error rotating, but Mastery, he does find the kill. Now turns around with the Roar, going after that Nyx. Now trying to run away as the Cookie comes in from the Snapfire. Ignat just ensuring he saves that Beastmaster. And Empire finding two very nice kills. They should be able to apply some sort of pressure on this bot tier 1 tower.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
We don't need to look at that. We can look at James farming up the mid lane by himself. But bot lane, there is a Dream Call. Cookie will actually break the link. Ice Blast will not connect up to the Lightless. He'll be fine. And Ignat's having the time of his life apparently.
Dire's
He's having a
top
great
tower
old time.
is under attack.
Gotta be careful with those
Radiant
cookies
are
though.
Scanning.
It looks like we could see some action down at bot lane. Impale will come out onto James in the mid lane. Hoofstomp to follow, and that should be a very easy kill onto James. But he is running away with Scorched Earth. Stampede will have to be committed. James will eventually end up going down. So a 5-7. 1k net worth lead for Godsent.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
We'll take a tier 1 tower up the top lane. Tanuke, he's just been left alone there. Again, he hasn't been having the greatest time on that lifestealer, but he is starting to catch up now. It's at 52 last hits, 7 denies. Only about 11 last hits behind the PL now. Zero gonna try and find a T1 down in the bot lane though. Mid lane, there is a stun coming out from the DK onto the puck, but now Dream Core comes out. Doom will be thrown out on the Centaur, but Ice Blast will be there. They take down Lightless. Now they'll turn around onto the Doom. Still, can they lock him down long enough? It doesn't look like they can. He will run away, and in fact, there will be a sneak attack from the Beastmaster. Mastery, he finds a kill into OKC. Cookie does land on the Nyx Assassin, but we're looking at Boogie now in the Roshan pit. Mastery throws the axes, gonna make the chase, and Boogie should be dead, but he'll find a Hoofstomp before he does die. Infernal Blade will be there though. He stick charges up. Can he go for the deny attempt? He cannot. He will not make it to the neutral creeps in time. And so the game evens out once again, 7-8 now. Mind you, while all this has been happening in that mid lane, Era has been freely farming the bot lane. He is currently sitting at 5.6k net worth. So Era's having a great old time. He doesn't mind what's happening on the map. He'll TP up top though. Will not be able to deny off that T2 tower. I suppose that's one thing he may start to be a little bit concerned about is the amount of towers they're losing now on the side of the Dire. That is a lot of observer wards being dropped there. Thank you for the circles.
Middle tower is under attack.
So 2 observer wards being dropped. Bit of a misclick, I'm sure. We've all done it. Don't lie. Is that 3 observer wards? Okay, there's 3 observer wards. Dream Core top lane. Beastmaster Ice Blast gonna come out. Mastery probably not gonna survive this and does end up going down.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower.
So Empire finding another tier 1 tower. The game is very slow though, I've got to say. It's understandable with these drafts. XP, I mean, you saw how far ahead Empire was, but it's really started to duck back the way of Godsent. Even the net worth, though, for Empire's sake, has gone back up their way. Really been a bit of a back and forth between these two. Smoke now, Empire. May find the puck. Wish really doesn't want to get roared like this, although nice silence away, and Mastery just couldn't get it off in time. Error. Bot lane. James tries to TP away, but he's got the defusal up on the PL now, so his damage output is starting to get significantly higher. I've got to say, I'm a little bit concerned here for Empire. Like, Era, it has just farmed way too well. They're not doing anything to slow this PL down. He's basically having a free game. With this draft, you would have expected a little bit more aggression from Empire, but it's nothing so far. See a Shadow Blade now coming out onto the DK, so that's a pretty interesting build. I guess it allows him to reposition himself in the team fights. Allows him to initiate as well. So not the most common item to see on the DK these days. Up at the dire side jungle, they found the Beastmaster Mastery. Farming up, and now they're going to actually try and jump in and take a team fight here. They will find the AA. As Godsent weren't ready for the rest of the team to jump in. So 1-for-1 trade in the end, but they'll still lose a core on the side of Empire. The Godsent going to be happy with that. Still lightless. Invis, the Nyx Assassin also Invis, both just running past each other. Stampede. What are we going for here? Nothing, apparently. So it was just a Stampede to get everyone out of there. Godsent straight back to farming. I think the puck has been caught out though. Wish. Gonna be chased down. James should be able to secure this, so nice orb away with the jaunt. He does get out of there, and now the Ice Blast coming in. OKC, he'll turn it around. They do find the Doom, though the Kiss is flying in. They still don't find the puck, but they'll commit the Roar just to make sure they finally get Wish. So that's going to be Roar on cooldown. Meanwhile, Tadake, that's a lot of damage he's taken from Era. Once that rage wears off, Diffusal comes in, and he has no way out of this. Ignite, he tried to TP in to allow an invest target. It will not be enough, but somehow in hell, Godsent have not realized that Ignite TP'd. So Era, he's actually going to go back and check, and he will end up fighting him. Era, Doppel's away. Did he really not see? Really not see Snapfire? The tree line? Perhaps he felt like it was just too dangerous of a kill to take. Still, 9-13. Slight net worth lead remaining for Empire. I mean, I keep talking about this PL pick, but with a greedy draft like Empire has, once you get the farm up on all those heroes, suddenly Godsent do look quite a bit weaker. Still, top lane, Dream Call, Hoop Stomp, gonna be there on the Beastmaster. It's gonna be a very easy kill. Mastery, he's been caught out quite a few times in this game. Not having the greatest of game threes, that's for sure.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, they'll push out the top T1. James gonna pop up at that top lane, try to force them back a little bit. So down at bot lane, I thought there may have been an engagement, but well, there is. They do find the stun off onto the Nyx Assassin. Still, Impale will be there, but now the chase is out from Tadake, and they have a Scatter Blast as well coming out from the snap. So Godsent again going to be on the back foot, just trying to back off. Empire. Stun. Going to be the set. Cookie to follow up. This should be a dead Centaur. He doesn't have Stampede to commit to try and get out of this. They'll even commit the Mortimer's Kisses just in case. Now we'll actually scout out a bit with them. just on the tail end as they do go straight after the Roshan afterwards.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Godsent that they do know about this, so they do have an opportunity to get in. In fact, a nice Ice Blast flying in with a double silence and a triple Dream Coil. It's absolutely massive, but where's the follow-up to it? The Doom comes out. Puck can't do much with this. They're still trying to fight this out as Era, he moves in straight after the Beastmaster and Raw. It was actually on an illusion. So Era going to be perfectly fine with that as he does run towards that Doom. Still a nice stun coming out from the DK. They will secure the Era kill on the PL. That'll be the end of that. Roshan though is still very low. So now the side of Empire try to move in, but a massive double Impel coming out, and with that they're going to find two support pickoffs. An immediate buyback there from James. Ignat, he'll go down as well. Empire. It's the back and forth here with Godsent. Both teams just leaving the Roshan B now.
Death and good are linked. Unlucky find.
Wish getting jumped on.
Interesting.
Did get the silence out, but now the stun will be there from Lightless. Again, they find another kill. With that puck kill, they may feel more than confident to just go back into that Roshan. Lightless getting very unlucky with those bashes coming out from the Roche, but he does get back to it. The only thing is with just the DK, it is such a slow process, but now Tadake's here. That'll make it a lot faster. They've just got to be careful of that Nyx Assassin coming in with the Ice Blast, which will be massive. Impel is there, but they get the roar off on that Nyx, and the Roshan will end up being secured here by the side of Empire as they do get GTO. Or rather CTO. So Godsent, considering the great start they had, are starting to fall apart somewhat. It seems to be a bit of a coordination issue between the team. As it just seems like they run in one by one. End up getting picked off. Era. Gonna fight Ignat. Then the cape was there, and Ignat actually running back in with the cookie, and it does land. But where's the follow-up? Empire? Era will just turn around and clean him up.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I couldn't have said it better myself. I'm not sure what the point of that was from Ignat, but... Anyway. Godsent gonna start moving through that bot lane. Era. Get back to farming on that PL. So you look at Tadake, he's looking pretty farmed up on that Lifestealer.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has
Era.
fallen.
Regeneration.
He'll clean up that tier 2. Stampede coming out. The graph is still on the screen though. Could we please remove that? They will try to find the puck, but they won't quite get there. Instead though, the Centaur has been caught out. Looks like James managed to find the Doom just before, or just after the Stampede comes out though. Bot lane, Ice Blast will land. The Lifestealer going to be in trouble. He will infest, but it won't matter as Era will just take down that Siege Creep and now try to turn around though. No, Tadake, he has support coming in. Era, he'll go after the Snapfire. Ignat, Scatterblast will be there. They get the stun off on the real PO as well. Can they burst him down fast enough though? Era just continuing to chase here. And it looks like Era trying to farm some creeps while he's at it, apparently does end up going down. The Nyx Assassin though may be able to find a nice little pickup here if he went for the Lifestealer, but instead we'll go after Ignat on the Snapfire. So Ignat is within the safety of his own base now.
Puck out.
So Empire seem to be ready to push in the mid lane.
Dire structures are fortified.
With that level 3 dragon form, it's not exactly very hard. Still mid lane, there is a bit of a engagement, perhaps? No? Not quite. Empire, they'll back off as well. No need to rush this for them. They understand with this lineup they can take it pretty far. Especially considering pretty much all their cores are picking up Maelstroms. That PL is just going to have a really rough time keeping those illusions up.
Just what I've been waiting for.
Lightless. Gonna find Boogie. Does throw out the stun straight away. Now Tadake comes in to follow up with those Mortimer's Kisses. It's going to be a lot of damage even with that pipe. He will stampede away. James tries to go for a bit of a stomp. Doesn't find Wish.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They'll go back into that mid-tier 2 tower.
Radiant are scanning.
James, with that blink, should be able to get that Doom initiation onto the park now. And it looks like they are aware that he's somewhere in their jungle. They'd love to find air on the PL as well, but Wish looks to be the easier target right now. He orbs away though, but there should be a Doom though. No, Ignat, he wasn't ready with the cookie. In fact, James, he TP'd up top where he found the Nyx Assassin. He does end up picking up the kill. So we'll hit the 25-minute mark now. It remains to be a very, very even game between these two. 17 to 19, less than 1k net worth lead for Empire. And that's just been back and forth over and over again in this game. Godsent, thank you to the Observer for pointing out that the PL era does not have a neutral item. It's a classic mistake that I keep seeing people make with neutral items where they just don't put one in the slot. If you have spare neutral items and you haven't got one on your hero, it's generally a pretty good idea to just put it on your hero. Mid lane though, the Centaur getting caught out, Lightless. Hoof Stomp will be there, Ice Blast will fly through. Well, Puck will jump in behind, James is way too tanky. And it looks like there will be a bit of a chase as Lightless does throw out the stun, but Lincolns will block that. Eventually, James, can he actually close the gap to find the stun? They'll go after the AA instead. It's a much easier kill though. Bot lane, another team fight breaking out. I cannot see that far in, sir. That is way too zoomed out. Still though, Mortimer's Kiss is flying in. And it looks like they are going to be able to find the Puck though. Phase Shift is there in the nick of time, but he is surrounded. Tadake will find the kill. Now they'll go for more. The Centaur being caught out with the cookie. Do they have the damage output though? It looks like they should be able to, and they do. Multiple heroes going down for Godsent. The buyback coming up from the Nyx Assassin, but he just TP'd in. So that'll be a dieback on the Nyx Assassin now. I'm not sure what the plan was there from CTO. He just bought back, TP'd, and died. Era was just kind of standing there, wondering what the hell was going on. Now tier 3 will be going down. Empire, they're going to claim their first racks of the game. Looking fantastic in this game number 3. They don't really have the option to go to mid. There is still a tier 2 tower there, so they'll have to go for that first. But again, there's really no rush here for Empire. Godsent just making multiple mistakes throughout this game as well. Just really almost giving Empire the game. Mastery. Start scouting out. He'll find Era in the jungle very, very soon with that Hawk. No, they find him as well. Wish, he gets there with the Dream Coil. Pipe to be popped. Here comes Lightless to help out though. We do get the stun off. The PL gonna be able to just mantra it off. An Ice Blast. Mastery already down. Now they found the DK. Lightless, he also goes down. He had a BKB available apparently. Stun will be there. The Doom in a lot of trouble. He pops his own BKB and he's going to be chased down now. They'll find the break. They'll find the kill. Cookie going to be there to try and escape what's coming. But there's no escape from this Ignat. You are certainly going to your grave. As Era finds a triple kill. In Empire, they just force a fight that wasn't necessary at all. And it was on the back of the Beastmaster Mastery getting caught out again. And so Godsent now, bit of momentum behind them. They may feel confident enough to go after a tier 2 push.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
See, Era, he actually ended up opting to go for that Basher build instead on the PL.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Of course, Abyssal is just so popular right now in this meta. Can't really blame him.
Radiant's
They'll find a
middle
tier
tower
2.
has fallen.
That'll be it there. They won't force any further issues here with the side of Empire. Take the outpost, they'll back off. In fact, it looks like both outposts will be denied from the side of Empire now.
Radiant are scanning. Dire's courier has been killed.
Dire Courier just going down the Roshan pit. OKC is. The 9-second charge is there on Lightless, right? You've still got this crazy amount of magic immunity on the DK. We saw it in that last little engagement. He didn't pop it prior to the Ice Blast flying in, which did cost him his life. You also have the Necro 3 book though coming out on Mastery now on the Beastmaster. They could easily go for this smoke into Roshan play, but it looks like they are going to avoid that altogether. They'll go after the puck, but an immediate blink coming out from Wish. Great reaction times, and now Godsent, they smoke up and run away.
Dire are scanning.
Smoke being revealed now, the next assassin in Vendetta, giving vision for the side of Godsent. Empire gonna take an outpost. Godsent though, it looks like they're getting ready to fight this. They have Stampede up, so they have the initiation, hoof stomp. Not gonna be there. There was a silence coming out, but a massive Dream Core coming from Wish on the puck, and they're just gonna melt the side of Empire. BKB's coming out. They're a bit too late though, I feel. Still, they find the Nyx Assassin, but it will not matter. James gets dropped. They'll find another in the form of the Lifestealer. And it was just Wish with a huge Dream Call on the low ground. That is going to be one of the worst spots you can fight in for Empire. They were just on the staircase. So you are going to miss a lot of those auto attacks that you throw out. Make matters worse now as well, you have an Aghanim Scepter available on Wish. Look at that net worth. It was about 7.5k the way of Empire, but now it's basically even. The XP difference is huge. Godsent will claim that second Roshan. Don't forget the cheese, boys. That is quite valuable. Okay, see ya. No, he doesn't want it. Boogie, he'll take it.
Double damage!
Here I am.
Now Godsent. I mean, momentum's behind them. They're feeling confident. They want to move in. A double damage there on Error as well. Boogie, ooh, Impale misses there. And now James, he comes with a double stomp. Ice Blast will fly in though. He does connect onto two. Stampede away from the side of Godsent. Even a salve up from the Nyx Assassin though. There's a stun coming out from the DK. They'll have to let CTO go down, and now a Dream Call flying out. Who are they even going for here? It looks like they'll go after the Centaur with that Doom. They'll be able to burst him down slowly but surely. Still though, Error, he is managing to find the backlines. In fact, he does get the Snapfire. Can they burst down Error? It looks like they can. Aegis is gone. They'll pull away. And Error should be alright. Like, there's not really much ways to hold him down. In fact, he turns around, he finds James, but that Lifestealer is hitting him way too hard. So Error giving a godlike streak away to Tanake on the Lifestealer now. And again, just a massive switch up between these two teams as Empire now with the momentum. looking to start moving towards that mid tier 2 that they've been waiting on for
Radiant's
quite a
top
while.
tower is under attack.
Use a very preemptive preemptive pipe there from Mastery. They do get the tier 2. They're going to try and force in the tier 3 as well. They don't have buybacks. They're on error on that PL. This is a fairly easy mid-racks to take. In fact, they could possibly force it to a tier 4 if they really want to. Lilas is a bit low on mana though, to be fair, but he has enough for Dragon Form, he has enough for BKB. Ice Blast, they're gonna fly out, they'll catch the Tadake lifesteal.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
But he'll be able to reset. In fact, both of them will just TP out of there. Looks like Empire will wait for another day to take that team fight. Still plenty of time for them. Stun. Maybe their CTO with the beam hammer as well. No follow-up though. You have a Gem of True Sight coming out now. Immediate smoke as well from Empire. The Snapfire kind of made it obvious their smoke though, but Wish. Be alright. It's like Godsent aren't feeling confident enough to take that team fight in the mid lane. Empire, they are smoking towards that bot lane anyway. It looks like they are just going to settle for taking their own outpost back. Dream Coil? Mr. Cameraman, there we go. Onto the Beastmaster. Ice Blast is not going to land. Still though, Beastmaster's still stunned up, but he'll be able to walk away.
The lesser of three evils.
So 36 minutes in, 27 to 30, 1k net worth lead for Godsent. It's still anyone's game. You think Empire would have the advantage right now. In fact, they find CTO with that gem they just picked up. With that kill, they may look to push the issue back through that mid lane. You've still got the Aegis available as well. Or in fact, never mind, that was actually the PL who had it. You find Wish here on the puck. Yep, there's Wish on the puck. He gets stunned up and he'll go down. So now, I mean, there's a puck gone for 90 seconds. Empire, they've got to be feeling very confident about this. Buki's still farming the bot lane. Empire? Surely you go for this high ground push. I mean, there's a puck gone for another minute. We'll slow down OKC. Bash on the first hit as well. 4-staff will be there, but Tadake, he doesn't care. He keeps moving forward. Another 4-staff will save him though, and now Boogie comes in with the hoof stop. Got a nice 4-staff away from that Ice Blast, and now Boogie getting caught out by the Doom. James, they'll take him out. And Lilas with that Dragon Form going to be able to take down that tier 3 very quickly. You have the immediate buyback coming up from that Centaur. Is that enough to force back the side of Empire though? Currently lacking mana here for the Mortimer's Kisses if they wanted to throw it out. They do get it up now, and there's those Kisses flying out straight away. That'll be it. They get the mid-racks. They back out to safety. Empire will snag that net worth lead once again towards their end of things. So I think, Empire are in every position to make this last push happen whenever they feel like it, really. Era is getting bigger the longer you leave him. You're going to be very concerned about this PL getting to the point where he's a bit too big. But Empire, playing surgically about this, just taking their time. 6k net worth lead now.
Radiant are scanning.
They asked them to run towards that top lane. No Roshan coming up anytime soon either, so they don't have that option. With every hero reset on Empire now, like full HP, full mana, you've got to be feeling confident.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Godsent. They'll start TPing back as Mastery was pushing out that top lane.
Regeneration.
Empire still waiting out the Roshan, it seems. Gonna find out in about 5 seconds when it is gonna respawn. Ice Blast flying through that Roshan pit. Unfortunately, because that overlay, I can't exactly see what the time was. So that's unfortunate. We don't know exactly what time Roshan's going to be up, but it looks like it may be about 2 minutes. That's my guess. 2 minutes.
With gratitude.
Smoke though. Gonna be there from Godsent. Be massive. They found Mastery. Can they burst him down fast enough? Ice Blast. It's gonna fly through with the Meteor Hammer. It's a lot of damage coming out, but it's not quite enough. As Empire, they'll just turn around and start fighting back. A lot of damage being dealt here to Godsent. They're about to lose that Nyx Assassin. Not quite though. He'll be able to get away. But still Empire moving forward. Mastery, he did buy back on that Beastmaster. They just want to finish this game right here, right now. They'll find the Snapfire as well. So Godsent actually doing a decent job of just kiting around Empire. But they'll finally lose one in the form of the Puck. Even James buying back on the Doom now. Can he find that Centaur? Not in time. But they are setting up towards that top tier 3 tower. Though no. By expending both those buybacks, it seems like they aren't going to be confident enough to push the tier 3. As it may give the Dire side a way back into this game if they do end up dying back like this. The Roshan should be up fairly soon anyway. It looks like it's about 30-40 seconds away. So they'll have that option available to them. The Shaco being picked up for Empire. Not a bad item considering you have 4 very, very tanky cores. Nothing wrong with making them a little bit tankier. So Ice Blast will fly in a little bit early though.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Both teams just kind of dancing around that Roshan pit. It has respawned. Of course, Godsent understanding that they can't just allow this Roshan to go down to Empire. Empire can't afford to die right now on any of these heroes because they're lacking a few buybacks. So they'll just dance around the pit for now, just waiting for the other to make a mistake. Empire hoping somebody walks down the hill. Okay, see you though. The man of patience. Boogie. That's an arcane rune for himself, though. Was a silver edge hit? Error. Spot out Tadake for just a second. They're gonna initiate here, Empire. Looks like they want to, but Godsent are just waiting for the right moment. Silence is there on the lifestealer, but it really does nothing. But now a hoof stop coming out. Who are they going after? Straight after the Snapfire. They don't want to have to deal with those Mortimer's kisses, but they can't quite burst her down fast enough. They'll go after the DK instead, but he's even tankier now. And there come those kisses. Flying through. Still the puck will go after that snap. It looks like he will be able to find the kill. The DK though, going to be perfectly fine. He has the lifestealer infested as well. Now they're going to turn around again. Empire feeling confident. They'll find Boogie on the Centaur. They'll go for more now as the Nyx Assassin trying to run away, but the Nyx is chasing. Doesn't quite find the kill yet though. So now he can. Spy Carapace is going to be on cooldown. Instead though, he wants to go after Era. Era, he'll find Mastery on the Beastmaster. Double Impel coming out as well. Could be massive here for Godsent, as they are starting to drop low on the side of Empire. They'll lose 2. They may lose 3 as the snap is falling low, and they do end up losing 3. Buybacks flying out from Empire, but now the lifestealer falling very low, and he goes down as well. An ultra kill for Wish on the puck. And there are 3 heroes on the map right now with no buyback on the side of Empire.
I'll take that.
It was just a very long, prolonged fight, but the thing is with those prolonged fights is PO is kind of the king. He can just keep doppling and just keep hitting you over and over again without really taking much damage himself. As you can see, pretty much every bounty rune right now is available on the map, though neither team cares. There is a Roshan available. So Roshan getting very low in Empire, obviously with no buybacks available, they can't really contest this. You can already see Wish just setting up for that mid push now.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Godsent. They move in.
Middle tower is under attack.
Of course, they do have the repair kit, but it's not really going to matter too much. The tier 3 does go down, but Godsent, are they really going to back off here? If they manage to team wipe Empire, the game's over. They will back off for now, though. Not willing to risk anything. They did have Aegis Cheese, though. I'm a bit shocked by this.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They do have the high ground now. They take another tier 2. Empire's still moving forward, but now the pings come out. Godsent, they want to fight this. They want the lifestealer first, but the DK actually finding out the PL. Can they burst him down fast enough? They can. The Aegis, it's gone. They've got to protect this Phantom Lancer. Ice Blast, double Hoofstomp coming out with the triple Impale from the Nyx Assassin. It's absolutely huge damage coming out from Godsent. Empire just melting underneath all of it. They'll find a third. As the buyback does fly out from the Nyx, but this could be all over. They find him, they get the Impale, they get the Hoofstomp. He is completely surrounded, and yeah, this game is over. There's 4 heroes down with no buybacks. And so Era can just clean up those tier 4s. The only man left standing is Ignite on the Snapfire. He is not going to be happy about this, as Godsent will manage to go through to the upper bracket finals. And unfortunately for Empire, oh, we have a disconnect coming out from Lightless. Uh-oh. It was certainly an ugly way to end the game from Empire, but Godsent, a very, very nice way to end for them. Great comeback coming out from this Dire side. Again, that makes it so they get through to the upper bracket finals. And Empire hope I believe they go straight down to the lower bracket, and that's exactly where they go, where they'll be versing one of the losers, or the loser, from the next series, which will be between Ursus Gaming and Khan. So we'll see who loses the series. We'll go down to the lower bracket. The winner of this next series, of course, will be going up against Godsent in the upper bracket finals. So it should be fairly interesting. It is another best of 3 we'll be watching in just a moment. It is MLP Dota. I'll see you all again in hopefully a few moments, so we can see how that second series goes. Won't be too long.